Hello, my name is Claudia, and for my creative project, I decided to make a Catholic prayer book. And pretty much the context of my creative project and the story is from the point of view of a young child living in a household whose parents don't necessarily deny or reject the access of religion, nor do they really support it. Like, they don't really do much to support the child in learning more about their religion. But yeah, so I decided to make this in the perspective of a young child just to kind of help them learn some prayers to help them follow along with church. In particular, I did this based off the rosary, hence the rosary up here. And I found it, or at least for me personally, I decided to do it based off the rosary because I find that a big it has a big significance in the Catholic religion. So pretty much the rosary is significant because it involves reflecting on the grace of God, and it is known to be a powerful prayer that can help change your life, strengthen your family, and bring peace to the world. And then what I find interesting about the rosary is that each individual bead represents a different prayer, as well as the crucifix. So pretty much when you start the rosary prayer, you start with the sign of the cross, and you start here at the bottom with the Apostles' Creed. You move on to Our Father. You do 3 Hail Marys, and this little line over here is a Glory Be. This bead over here is meant for the announcement of the first mystery, because each segment over here represents the different mysteries and throughout Jesus's life. And yeah, and so then these ones are 10 Hail Marys, and then the last bead over here is an All Father with a Glory Be, or in the Fatima prayer, but that tends to be optional. But yeah, if we go ahead and open up the book, it starts off with who the prayer book belongs to. So in this case, the child has yet to fill that in, but just as you would with the beginning of the rosary, you start off with the sign of the cross, top, bottom, side, and then you move on to the Apostles' Creed, starting with the crucifix, and then you make your way up that prayer, up that rosary. I did also go ahead and include some pictures that I traced and colored in just to help fill in the book. But yeah, you have the Lord's Prayer that you then gotta pray, also known as Our Father, and we have the Hail Mary with the Virgin Mary. You have the optional Fatima prayer, which I personally tend to recite whenever we do the rosary. We have the Gloria Patri, and then finally the Hail Holy Queen. I am aware that there's more prayers and more, responses that are involved in the rosary, but since this is taking part in the perspective of a child, I decided to keep it nice and simple, stick with the main prayers involved, and then as they grow and get closer to their religion, I kind of figured they would go ahead and learn more in detail about the rosary itself and the prayers. But yeah, I hope you guys like my presentation. Thank you.